All right, let's pull back the curtain on the world of modern retail. We're going to uncover the hidden science that, believe it or not, pretty much decides what ends up in your shopping cart. You know that feeling, right? It's a little spooky. You're scrolling online or walking down an aisle, and bam, there it is. The perfect thing you didn't even know you needed. It's almost like they've read your mind. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not magic, it's data. But, it wasn't always this way. Not that long ago, before data was king, the world of retail, well, it was a much riskier and, frankly, a much less certain place to be. I mean, can you imagine trying to stock a huge store based on just a gut feeling? That's what it was like. Store owners had to guess which products would be a huge hit and which would be total duds. If you got it wrong, you were stuck with a warehouse full of stuff nobody wanted. And if you got it right, a lot of the time, it was just pure luck. So when you look at it side by side like this, you can really see the massive shift. We've gone from this one-size-fits-all approach, totally based on intuition, to a super personalized experience that's driven by cold, hard evidence. And this isn't just a small upgrade, it's a complete revolution in how business gets done. So what was the solution to this risky guessing game? The answer, of course, was data. This is the tool that turned retail from kind of an art form into a straight-up science. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Data shines a light on what was totally invisible before. It gives retailers the clarity they need to stop guessing and start making really smart, proactive decisions. Think of data as a roadmap. It helps businesses see what's selling, who's buying it, and most importantly, why. This lets them get incredibly efficient. And for us, it means they're focused on what you, the customer, actually want. Okay, so we know data is the key. But what exactly are retailers collecting? And where are they getting all this info? It's time to open up the toolkit and take a look inside. So they're gathering a whole range of information. It starts with the basics, sales numbers, what's in stock, but it gets personal fast with things like your customer profile, your online browsing habits, and yeah, even the feedback you leave in product reviews. And this information comes from, well, everywhere. Every single time you swipe your card, click around on a website, or even just like a product on social media, you're creating another little data point that helps build a clearer picture of who you are as a shopper. Now, not all data is created equal. You've got your structured data. That's the neat, tidy stuff. Think sales figures, things that fit perfectly into a spreadsheet. And then you have unstructured data. That's the messy, human stuff, like that review you wrote last week. Both are incredibly valuable for getting the full story. So, how does all this information actually go from a spreadsheet to shaping your real-life shopping experience? Let's break down how it's put into practice in the stores you visit and the websites you browse. It's really a pretty logical four-step process. First, they sift through all that data to spot trends. Then, they use those trends to group customers into different buckets. That grouping helps them stock their shelves better, and finally, it all comes together to create a personalized experience that feels like it was made just for you. And this idea of customer segmentation is absolutely crucial. It's all about recognizing that not all shoppers are the same. So instead of treating everyone like one giant mob, retailers divide their audience into smaller, more manageable groups that share similar traits. So a store might see its customers like this. You've got your loyalists who are always coming back, and your bargain hunters who really only show up for a big sale. By understanding these different groups, a retailer can talk to each of them way more effectively. And this is why it matters to you. This is the reason you don't get ads for cat food when you're a dog owner. The store has put you in the dog owner segment and tailored its marketing to match. It is personalization in action. But it gets even smarter. Retailers aren't just looking at what you've bought before. They're using something called predictive analytics to guess what you're likely to buy next. They analyze patterns to anticipate your needs, sometimes before you even know you have them. And let's not forget about what's happening behind the scenes. All this data helps make sure the shelves are actually stocked correctly. It helps predict demand, preventing that awful, frustrating moment when you see an out-of-stock sign, a problem that literally costs retailers billions in lost sales every year. So where is all of this heading? As data collection gets more and more sophisticated, it starts to raise some pretty important questions about privacy, about responsibility, and really about the future of how we shop. Because of course, this incredible power to collect and analyze our data can't be a free-for-all. As the technology has raced forward, the rules and the ethical questions surrounding it have had to catch up.
And that's led to major regulations like Europe's GDPR and the California Consumer Privacy Act. These have been put in place specifically to give us, the consumers, rights over our own data. These aren't just suggestions, they are serious laws with strict rules for how companies have to handle your personal info.
At their heart, these laws are all about empowerment. They're designed to give you more transparency and more control over your own data. It means you have the right to know what's being collected and, importantly, the right to say no.
So, when you step back and look at it, the modern shopping experience is no accident at all. It's a carefully constructed science built on a foundation of data that influences everything, from the layout of the store aisles to the ads you see in your social media feed.
Which leaves us with one last question to chew on. As the algorithms get smarter and the personalization gets more and more precise, is your shopping list a reflection of your own free will, or is it a suggestion that's been carefully crafted by data? Who's really holding the pen?